All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to do our first Champions League match today against Atletico Madrid. Looking back, I've just played one match since the last video. We beat Wolfsburg 2-1, so still struggling a little bit defensively, but able to get a win in a match that we were able to rotate the squad a little bit. So we were able to go into this one pretty close to full strength outside of a few injuries, but at least from a rotation perspective, really going with one of our strongest squads. Zalazar still not at full fitness. I'd probably have him at the box to box spot if I was at full strength. Then really at the wing positions, kind of rotating anyway. But given we're going to be the underdog here, going with our more defensive 4-3-3 system. It's going to start on balance. I know it's suggesting going cautious. Might do that depending on how the match plays out. We're going to start out unbalanced for now. All right. Simeone's still in charge of Atletico here. Obviously a tough match. They're pretty condensed at the back. Going to be hard for us to find our way through. We'll just see what we can generate here. Careful not to play ourselves into trouble here. Obviously getting pushed back a little bit. That's probably a smart play, but turns into a giveaway. So long highlight scares me a little bit that this could end up turning into an opportunity for them. Bad communication leads to a goal, really. Yeah, Felix probably their best player in the current squad. See on the replay. There, the header down is an issue, but here still really have a 2v2, but both go with the same player. Felix able to get through. I think for now we'll stay unbalanced. Even a 1-0 loss here isn't the worst thing for us, and see we actually have more shots right now. Just obviously we gave up the easy chance, but not playing too poorly, but don't want a match where we're not playing poorly to turn into a big loss that puts us in a hole in our first match of the group. Not expecting much, but even if we can steal. Oh, and as I'm talking, a good goal. So that's what Sene, that's why we left him in the squad this year versus loading him out, even though he is young. Just brings us some speed on that outside spot and really can play on either side. But a good job, probably full coverage by them, but really good job by Joveljic to win the header and gets us back even. So even though we don't expect much out of this group, I think there is the outside chance that we could at least steal third and get to continue on in the Europa League, which would, I think, be good for us. And it encourages them as we get close to halftime here. So, I mean, overall, not super eventful, but that's fine for us. We gave up the goal, but that's the only shot on target. 3 shots on target for us, so XG low on both sides, but we have a little bit of advantage there. Possession even, passing pretty even. Not doing great with our tackles, only 5 out of 9, and not winning very many headers, but in general, pretty happy overall. Look, I mean, they're passing it around the back a lot, where we're, I mean, that's probably how they want to play with the 3 center backs. They're content to be back there, but we're doing a pretty good job of not letting them get past there, which we've seen in the shots. Then on our end, pretty happy with that heat map. We're able to play down both wings. Maybe something they can exploit in the second half, depending on how much we really want to go for it. But 3 pretty good shots for us. 1 off target from way outside, but then the Jovic goal and another one saved from right in front, and then another save by Sané that was really our best shot. So overall, pretty good half, better than would have expected coming in. See Matondo struggling a little bit, so he might be one that we look to get off. Maybe it's not adapting to the match well. So poor pass by Flick there, who's the other one who's left hand. Good save by Pena. That was really poor start to the half. And immediately another highlight, but looks like maybe we can get going on the counter here. Again, I think the danger for us is letting them close us down here before we can really move the ball forward, getting ourselves into trouble. That's where playing this system, even though it wouldn't fit him, mistake by them, but Scott not able to quite finish, but a pretty good shot there. If we had Busquets, the defensive midfielder that we brought in, I think he would fit well in this match, just being that outlet to get us from the back further forward, even if we did have him in that anchorman spot. Probably give it a few more minutes, and then we'll have to figure out somewhere to bring Flick off. The pre-match physical said he can make it through, but clearly doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh boy. Things are really dangerous over there. See which way we want to go. I think there's a few different options we could go with on who we bring in, whether it's dropping Scott back or Fajuli off the bench. I can't remember if I left him on the bench with having to be a little bit shorter than the Bundesliga. That's a poor tackle, just a yellow for them, but we're playing for free kicks, so maybe a chance to generate an opportunity here. Not a good header. I think here, Flick already with the yellow card and tired. I don't want to risk him getting himself into trouble here. So we do have Fajuli as an option, or we can drop Scott back. Scott's not the great tackler. Fajuli's not either, but marking. Don't have a great option here. I guess maybe what I will do, I'm going to bring Fazio Mensah into that spot. He can play it fine, and Casas, who is one of our off-season signings, we'll bring him in to try to give us a little bit more off of that side. That might actually even though it's a little bit risky, I'm going to put him on support back here. Matando's still struggling. Probably give that one a few more minutes just to make sure we don't run into any injuries or anything like that, and then maybe bring up Boulter and flip the sides. Casas brings us a lot more pace down that right-hand side, and Mensah, it's one of the things we liked about him last season is just that flexibility to play that defensive midfielder role if we need him to as well. It's like, Murata had that chance, but a good job by Pena closing it down and getting tip it over. Make sure we don't give up any penalties or anything like that on the resulting corner. Pretty good clearance, and I give it away too easily. Make sure this doesn't turn into anything before we decide what changes we want to make. Murata wasn't really expected to play ahead of time based on the scouting report, but puts us in a little bit more danger, obviously. Pretty good job by Ortega to close that down and avoid giving away the corner, but now we've still got danger to deal with. A shot over the top. Sané over to the right, bring Boulter on. Probably give it maybe 5 more minutes, and then make a change in the central midfield to take one of those off as well. I think if we can hold out for this draw, it's obviously not the worst result in the world, but given the way we played, it would be nice to get more. I'm going to bring on Zalazar for Scott, even though Scott's played pretty well. And the thing I'm going to do is Johansson doesn't seem to be doing great with this role, so it's been good at the Mazzala role in our other tactics. I'm going to try that for these last 10 minutes. Finally, just stoppage time to make it through, and it was scary to see them get a corner early on. Definitely has the potential to be a little bit of a heartbreaker here if we can't deal with it. Good job on the initial ball. Now we gotta just close it down. Really, good job by Pena to get down there. Encourage them to make it through these last couple. Just need to not do anything silly here. I mean, if we could somehow manage to steal 3 points, obviously we'd take it, but just don't want to give away the one that we have, especially being on the road. Good header there by Johansson, but right, the keeper. But overall, I mean, going on the road to Atletico and getting a point in our first Champions League match, I think I would have been thrilled with that ahead of time. Obviously, you look at the XG 0.66, 0.68, really even. We had a few more shots, but struggled to get some of them on target. Them so condensed in the back, that's not too surprising. Overall, a pretty even match. Makes me a little bit more optimistic for our chances of at least getting that third place spot coming out of it. I think this is a situation where they reacted better this time versus saying we played well against Dortmund even though we lost. I think that draw, given where we were, then Milan upsets Man United, so really interesting table so far in our group. It really opens things up. Maybe there is a chance to steal a spot, especially if this is a result of Man United being down. Obviously, it could be that Milan has gotten a lot stronger. I think we'll have to see how it plays out, but a draw early on is good. We'll look at the schedule. Got a few, maybe not the most exciting Bundesliga matches coming up, and so I think we'll come back in October and play this Milan match, and then maybe next time we'll try to get through both of these Champions League matches, see how our first round through the Champions League goes. Thanks, everyone.